Alrighty, guys. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back here to another live stream. It is very, very early in the morning right now. It is currently 4:10 a.m. Eastern. I decided I'm going to do a little bit of live coverage tonight. I'm sure there's people out there who's like, still wondering what's going on with the storm. I know there's a lot of people out there with storm anxiety and stuff like that, and I know that there's not many people that are awake to cover this. But I'm awake, and I am wanting to be here for you guys to give you all some coverage, just to kind of, maybe help ease your mind. The storm is no longer a hurricane. She's been downgraded to kind of a mid-level category, a mid-level tropical storm here. Sustained winds of 50 miles per hour. We're still gusting pretty heavily up there, though. Maximum wind gusts up to right around 85 miles per hour. Anyways, let's see who we got here this morning. We got Aunt. What's up? Hope you're doing good. Good morning to ya. What's up, Scott? Saying hi, Andrew, and everyone else. What's up, Scott? Hope you're doing good. Good morning, Anna. Goodness, Andrew, late night. Yeah, very much so. Very, very much so. What's up, Devin? Saying hello, Andrew. What's up, man? Hope you're doing good. What's up, Haley? What's up, The Purple? What's up, Brent? What's up, Tabletop? What's up, Railfan? Have I had my coffee? No, I haven't had my coffee, but I have had my my cup of soda here, so at least it's something caffeinated. Tabletop. Hope everyone's doing okay with the storm. Andrew Model's doing some weird stuff with the yellow blob. So on that, actually, I looked at that earlier. It seemed like the models might even be dropping support for it. Let's take a quick little peek here, real quickly. I know this is mostly focused on the main storm, but so there's the main storm there, Francine. We work our way down in time. That goes through, but yeah, there's another potential of maybe something brewing. Just off of the southeastern U.S. coast. That's been consistent for, quite a handful of models, but it's still not like, not really engraved quite yet. Even then, this is really nothing too crazy. I mean, this would be like probably like tropical depression status, if even. So, no, I wouldn't let it get to you, man. I wouldn't let it worry you. I don't think much is going to happen out of that storm, to be honest with you. Seems like the models are really kind of, dropping a lot of the support for it. 12 Zulu ECMWF, also shows that low pressure there, but, the pressure's down pretty high. 1,010 millibars is not a strong low. That is not a strong low at all. Let's see. Good morning, K-Jack. Hope you're doing good. Anna says, here, coffee for all. Thank you, Anna. I appreciate that. Could certainly use some coffee this morning. Absolutely. Let's see here. Found it interesting because the models started to lose focus on the NHC, raise the odds to 30%. Yeah, I mean, we'll keep an eye on it, of course. If there's anything that pops up, we'll talk about it. Now, speaking of things popping up, there's actually a storm that we're also watching. Obviously, we have, the main system that made landfall here. Let's go ahead and hop to our latest run here. That already made landfall, but we have a depression out here in the Atlantic as well. This guy's going to continue. Oh, shoot. This thing's going to continue moving its way relatively westward over the next several days. As of now, does not have any threat for anybody. So it's not currently an issue for nobody. So that's good. That is certainly good. Here's that area we were talking about, just off the coast of the southeastern U.S. 30% chance overall formation, pretty low odds, about a roughly about a 1 in 3 shot. And then we got two other little areas over here, just right near or just east of the Lesser Antilles. I know you guys can't really see that, but there's the Lesser Antilles. Got two areas of 10% chance, not worried about it. But then we got this guy. This is Tropical Depression 7. This will be our next named storm, which let's see here. What's the next storm in line? Curious. What's the next name? Because we have Francine. Next is a G name? Gordon. We got Gordon. This is going to be future Gordon here. Nothing like a Jimmy Dean breakfast sandwich on a stormy morning, bro. That sounds awesome. That sounds really nice. You should throw one of those in the microwave for me. That would be amazing. That actually, man, you're making me hungry now, man. Why'd you do that? Why'd you do that? Anyways, but yeah, the storm right now, like I mentioned, sustained at 50. Pressure's down to 988 millibars per last update here. Last update came through. When was our last update here? Let's pull up our NHC. It couldn't have been that long ago. Let's see. Last update was at 1 a.m. Central, so that was 2 o'clock. So that was about 2 hours ago. About 2 hours ago was our last update here. Maximum surge. I mean, we're still seeing some surges out there. When was that? That was at 1 a.m. Central time. Yeah, that's the advisory 14A. That was at 2 a.m. So that's still valid. That's still valid. Yeah, no, surges continue, man. Surges continue out there towards, like, Gulfport, Mississippi. We could be seeing, up to 4 to 6 foot. So still a pretty good amount of surges. Obviously, that area of 5 to 10 that we had earlier has already happened. That was from the hurricane force winds, which we're no longer in hurricane force winds, but we're still gusting in the hurricane force in some spots. So meanwhile, we are doing that. Let's take a quick little peek here at the rainfall totals. That's something we really didn't do. When was the update? This hasn't updated in a while. Last update was at 12:50 a.m. It's 4:16 a.m. So this is fairly outdated. But wow, look at that. So this was as of roughly 3 hours ago. And radar is estimating a good 7 inches or so. Here, let's go ahead and overlay our towns here. If it'll even pop up that menu, which it's not. Here, let me restart this program. It probably needs restarted. I haven't restarted it in a while. So let's go ahead and get this rebooted up here. But yeah, no, there's definitely a lot of rain that fell out in these regions here. All right, here we go. All right, let's go ahead and pull up our town names. We're gonna turn those on. Yeah, like New Orleans looks like they got hit pretty good. Look at that. Radar estimating over 8 inches, 7-8 inches out there in New Orleans. Goodness, that's a pretty good amount of rainfall. Baton Rouge, much less. Mostly around like maybe 1 or 2 inches. Now remember, this is an estimate. This is not approximate, but just based off of radar data. But yeah, New Orleans definitely got hit pretty good, and they are not really the best at handling rainfall. I might have some cameras out there. If they still have power, we can pull them up. There has been a lot of power outages here, but yeah, let's see if we can pull up some cameras out there. Let's see. So a lot of our heaviest precipits out there, like literally in the middle, like kind of northern part of the city. We do got some cams available. That one is offline. Yeah, I think they might even be mostly out of power. Oh, buddy. Yeah. Pretty sure a lot of New Orleans is probably without power right now. That's why we're not getting... Yeah, like none of these are loading. So, yeah, that's probably what's going on here. Here, let's pull up our power outage map here. We can see what we got going on. Did I see the gate breach? I did not. Here, let's... Oh, here we go. All right, New Orleans. Oh, wait. So, wait, New Orleans is split up into 2 different counties? Really? I honestly did not know that. Look at that. So there's actually 2 counties in New Orleans. Let's see. Orleans Parish. Yeah, I mean, look at that. 50,000 people out of 200,000, basically. A good 25% of the population on the eastern side of New Orleans is without power right now. The western side, good 68,000 out of 216,000 people without power, 31%. It's a relatively fresh update, too, 4:05. That was, roughly about 15 minutes ago? 14 minutes ago. That's wow. That is a lot of people. That is a lot of people without power. Now I guarantee you they're a lot worse down here. 93% of people where the landfall was is without power. Parishes equals counties. Does it? Oh, yeah, they're both parishes. Huh. But yeah, the core of the storm right now is over, like, Lake Pontchartrain, if that's how you say it. Still not entirely too sure if that's how you say it or not. Once again, my pronunciation skills are not really skillful. They're pretty bad. They are pretty bad. Let's see. We're going to bring up our reflectivity again. Is our radar just... No, this... Wait, yeah. No, this radar's down. Like, completely down. Oh, shoot. Wait a minute. Something might have happened to the radar. Because, yeah, no, it hasn't updated since... I just realized, yeah, it hasn't updated since, like, 1 a.m. It is now 4 a.m. Let's try Jackson radar. That's still a really good radar we can use. Man, that is... Yeah, that's not good at all. Here, we're going to go ahead and turn off those power outages. We're going to get that off. You pronounced it really good. Oh, thanks. Appreciate the feedback there. Because, like I said, sometimes I think I know, I think I'm saying it right, and the next thing you know, I'm saying it wrong. So, I don't know. It's you know, it can never be too careful. Anyways, but yeah, no, we're getting some pretty heavy bands out by Jackson. I think we got cams up in Jackson too. I can probably pull up for you guys. Let's take a quick little peek here at Jackson. Oh yeah, we got a lot of cameras in Jackson. Holy cow. Here, I'm actually going to move this over here temporarily so we can kind of see some of those. Is that even loaded? There we go. Oh yeah, look at the rain curtains. See those on the road there? Huh. Yeah, I mean, look at all the cameras that we got over here. We have a lot of them, so we're gonna have a fun time. But yeah, but they're certainly getting a lot of rain. Let's try like central. Let's get more into the populated areas. Let's try like this one here. Oh, never mind, that one's unavailable. Let's try this one over here. Ooh. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, look at that. I think that's flooding. Look at that. Yeah, the road is like covered in water. I wonder how much rain is falling out here. Let's take a look at that. I'm curious to see. Storm total precip. Is this right? Showing less than an inch of rainfall. Although it does show a lot of rain down like towards like Gulfport and stuff like that. Let's try mobile radar. Maybe that'll get a better Gulfport idea. Oh yeah, there's some spikes, maybe 4 or 5 inches out there near Gulfport. Certainly that's a whopping amount of rain. That is a lot of rain, man. That is a lot of rain. Let's try Lake Charles radar. I don't know if this can really reach out that well. Ah, man, that just sucks. Just sucks. We're out of radar. Like I said, this is the last bit of data we got from this radar. This is 3 hours old. The radar went down. I don't know why. Probably either a network error, a power outage, or some type of physical damage to the radar itself. I don't know. They didn't leave any notes or anything like that. Sometimes they leave notes from the operator leaves notes saying what happened to it, but as of now, nothing. Now the thing is though, is that was at 1 a.m. When the radar went down, and that's yeah. You can see that that this was the last frame that the radar picked up here. And it was kind of in some of that heavy precip. I don't know. Maybe some strong winds or something like that hit it. Good morning, Jack. Welcome. I was tracking this at the end. The data was not lining up. It might have been a radar issue. Yeah, it is a radar issue. Like I said, I just don't know what's wrong with it. I don't know if there's like a literal problem with the radar, if like a hardware issue, or if it's just like network or some form of software issue. I don't know. I'm gonna check radar scope on my phone, maybe, because sometimes I've had it where it's just like a software glitch. But here, let me look. Pull up radar scope. Got a lot of marine warnings here. We'll take a look at those in a minute. Out by Florida. Yeah, no, radar's down. Yep. Yeah, she's not loading. See that red on the bottom there? That's our last bit of data, so it's down. Man. Is Birmingham down? Let's see. I don't think Birmingham is down. No, Birmingham's still up and running. Got a lot of bands going into Alabama right now, though. Yeah, let's take a quick little peek off the coast of Florida. We got some cells. Now, we got to watch these guys for, like, water spouts. You know, we got to keep it out there for, like, tornadic activity and water spouts, so remember that. But as of now, I don't really see much of anything like tornadic. I'm sure these are probably warned for water spouts, though. Yep, water spouts possible. Winds less than 34 knots. Or wait, 34 knots or greater. Sorry, my brain just doesn't work very well at this hour. But yeah, no, Lallis, Birmingham is still up and running. We're good. All right, I do want to take a minute to hop to satellite to show you guys something here. Here, let's bring up Francine. Here we go. Yeah, so there you go. There's the latest satellite. It looks very much falling apart. It does not look good, man. So, I don't know if you remember this when we were forecasting it, guys, but remember how I was talking about all that dry air that would be a problem with the storm? So, yeah, there's a lot of dry air getting into that storm right now. It's not doing very well, as you can tell. The only convection that's really happening right now are those storms that we were just looking at off the coast of Florida. Other than that, it's just, you know, light. Look at the smiley face! Bro, look at that. He's happy. Oh my gosh, look at that. So, at least the storm's going out with a good mindset. That is, wow, that is just heartwarming, isn't it? But yeah, let's take a look here at the water vapor for a minute. Yeah, look at all that dark. You see that? That is all intruding dry air just getting, like, ripped into the storm there. Dude, yeah, that is wild. Yeah, the storm's not liking that. So yeah, the lighter colors, like the white and the gray, that is representing, like, you know, relatively moisture-filled atmosphere. You know, relatively moisture-filled atmosphere, as well as, you know, those storms. And of course, you have that dry air, which is just low humidity throughout the atmosphere here. So, saying the storm was moving 17 miles an hour, kept that speed steadily from 4 to 8. Haven't checked it since 8. Let's see how fast she's moving. 14. She slowed down a little bit. Yeah, she slowed down a little bit. Yeah, we're moving northeast at 14 miles an hour, 12 knots. Central load down to 988 millibars, or 988 HPA. Winds are at 50 mile an hour sustained. So we're kind of right now kind of mid tropical storm strength. She's still a tropical storm, but she is running into numerous problems. You know, like I mentioned, a strong wind shear too. There's a lot of upper level winds that's kind of ripping apart that storm. So it's really dying from three things right now. You know, first of all, being removed from the water, removing that heat source from the sea. That is killing the storm itself. Not to mention a lot of dry air getting into it, and a lot of upper level winds getting to the storm too. A lot of wind shear. So, yeah, see, that's a big problem. That's a big problem for the storm, and so she's rapidly weakening. Does the temperature increase tornadoes? So dew points have a very, I don't know if you mean like temperature or dew point. Temperature itself, I would go more off a dew point. Higher dew points does support more fuel for thunderstorms and tornadoes. Like I said, you can have a high temperature and a low dew point, and there will not be much moisture in the atmosphere, which wouldn't do very well for tornadoes. Or you can have a high temperature and a high dew point, which would represent a lot of moisture, which would get tornadoes. Does that make sense? There's a lot to it, more than just temperatures and dew points, of course. Meanwhile, thermodynamics are very important for tornadoes. Also, kinematics, like vectors and wind shear is a really big thing for those storms too. So it's not, as you know, probably it's not just reliant on thermodynamics. Let's see. So very thankful that the path of the storm moved away from Houston, but we have a nephew near North Shore. Gotcha. Yeah. No, Houston's good. I remember the models in early stages. You guys remember that? How we were talking about this a couple days ago? How the models had this thing potentially rolling into Houston. Yeah, it was a little ways away off. I tell you what, man. I nailed. I just got to kind of take the credit where it's due. I nailed the strength of this thing, man. Since the storm was like all the way down here, I was saying this thing's likely going to be a low-end Category 2 upon landfall, if not an upper-level Cat 1. I'm proud of myself, man. I am proud of myself for that. Regarding its track, I was fairly close. I in the beginning, like the first forecast we did, I said that the storm was going to make landfall somewhere in here, which that wasn't too far off. It made landfall over here, so it was just maybe like 50, 100 miles east of that. Of course, there's error margin. That's why we have the cone of uncertainty. But I just want to say I'm proud of my forecast. I think I nailed it with the storm here. Definitely wasn't an easy storm to forecast either because there was a lot of variables. Once again, like that dry air we were talking about, but we determined that the dry air wasn't going to be a big issue until after the storm mostly made landfall. So, but yeah. Wondering if I should be concerned about tornadoes today. Thank you for your explanation. No problem. So, yes, we do need to be weather aware for tornadoes today. Let's go ahead and bring up our day one SPC outlook. So, our tornado probability today is a 5% chance. So, if you're in the green or the brown here, you're under a risk for tornadoes today. Okay, so today's tornado risk is mostly in Alabama. Okay, mostly Alabama, but also like Panhandle, Florida is under a pretty big threat too. Panhandle, Florida, mostly like central, southern Alabama, bits of western Georgia, south central Tennessee, a little bit of like northeastern Mississippi. That's where the tornado threat is today. But yeah, the brown here, it's a 5% chance of a tornado. So basically, the way this works is a radius. So we'll do 25 miles. So this is a 25-mile radius, right? So say you live where that red dot is, right? Within 25 miles of you, there's a 5% chance of a tornado dropping in this area. Does not mean it'll be right over that area where you're at. Just somewhere within 25 miles of you, there's a 5% chance of a tornado dropping. Meanwhile, the area here in the green, which is a lower probability, this one is down to 2%, which is, as you can imagine, is like a 1 in 50. Is that right? 1 in 50 shot? But yeah, so, obviously it's very low. Very, very low. So yeah, try not to stress too much over it. But yeah, the biggest threat's going to be in the brown here. So that includes like Birmingham, Montgomery. Let's see, areas out there towards Panhandle, Florida. Shy of Pensacola, but it does include like Santa Rosa Beach, Panama City. It does also include, I believe, Tallahassee too. Yep, Tallahassee in the 5% tornado risk. Southwest Georgia towards Bainbridge included. Let's see. Still live near Houston, but our son moved out, so now my husband and I are shopping for property at central/north/west Texas. Humidity is yuck here. Oh, yeah, I hear you. Yeah, being close to that coast there, it's definitely humid. I live in Florida, so we get it from both sides. We get that moisture from the Gulf and from the Atlantic. So yeah, no, trust me, we get it too. It can be pretty brutal sometimes. Now, yeah, West Texas would be a better option for humidity. It's usually actually sometimes pretty dry out here along like the region. So yeah, definitely would be a better place for lower humidity. Absolutely. How come the cone moved out of Missouri? Well, there's still a little bit of the cone in Missouri, but the storm has it's just gonna die once it gets here. The storm is literally just gonna say, "Nope, I'm done," as it approaches Missouri. It's not doing so hot right now. Like I mentioned, she's struggling. I mean, look at satellite. She's not doing very well. You can see we have a lot of that dry air indicated in the dark grays and blacks here. This is showing all that dry air just kind of digging its way into the southern part of the storm. Our low is somewhere right here. Yeah, somewhere actually a little more to the south, more like right there. But anyways, yeah, the dry air though is getting really, really too much to handle for the storm here. I mean, there's not hardly any new convection. We have a little bit of storm activity developing just south of the Panhandle. We have those marine warnings for water spouts out there. Here, let's go ahead and hop our way over to reflectivity again. Kind of see this line of storms here. Got a couple other. But yeah, no, we'll need to watch out there for that. Do I think these will? Do I think there'll be a tornado threat with that low pressure going into North and South Carolina? I don't know, man. I mean, we'll have to see how that system holds up because, some models don't even have that low maturing really. Have that system kind of just blowing out. But, I mean, obviously, if you have a strong cyclone, strong tropical or non-tropical low, tornadoes can, not always, but they can be a problem. But obviously, since there's so much uncertainty with the storm that over here, we can't really tell right now. But like I said, though, if it becomes an issue, we will talk about it. Okay, that's just what we do here. We talk about everything that we need to talk about. If it's not a big problem, then we don't talk about it. But if it's a big issue, like this storm here, which is a huge issue. Of course, we're going to be talking about it. Now, if this storm develops, like I said, right now it's a 30% chance. I don't think it's going to do much. From what I see right now, there's not a lot of support. But if it does end up winding to do something, then we'll talk about it. We got two little areas over here, and of course we got future Gordon here, which this one's just going to mostly be a fish storm, staying out to sea. Models in the long range actually have this storm kind of like, this is obviously in La La Land. This is really far out, but maybe kind of going up further into the central Atlantic. But, yeah, this one won't be an issue for us, at least not for now. The next several days are going to be spent, maybe it's like a lower, maybe mid-level tropical storm. Conditions aren't super conducive. As of now, we're not seeing any hurricane concerns with that storm, though. But like I said, it wouldn't even matter. If it even became a Cat 5, it wouldn't even matter, which it's not, because it's just nowhere. It's not a problem. So, but like I mentioned, this guy though, yeah, this one's still an issue. But the core of the storm is actually right over Lake Pontchartrain right now. Out there towards New Orleans. I'm sure they're getting some gusty winds out there. I wish I had some cameras. We do have cameras, but the power's out. So it's making it obviously a little difficult to read those cameras. But anyways, let's see here. Your climate's like ours. My dad used to live out west, much drier. Yeah, my grandpa, he lives out in New Mexico, which is very dry out there. See, going through a long-term drought, but recently got some consistent rain. Well, yeah, that's a lot of these areas down here. I know you're up there in Texas, but a lot of areas over here. Actually, you know what? No, including you. I forgot. Yeah, including your area. It was last week. Last week we covered that big flooding that happened between Louisiana and Texas. There was a lot of tropical moisture out there, and of course this storm just added more for Louisiana, which is a big issue. But yeah, no, you guys have definitely been kind of getting a little bit better out there. Here, let's actually pull up our drought monitor. I'm curious to see where we're at right now. This was updated on September 5th. This is not up to date. This is heavily outdated. Data valid September 3rd. Map release September 5th. Yeah, so that obviously does not take into consideration the rain that we just got from last week, but also, the rain we just got now from the storm here. But yeah, no, those drought conditions are much, much better than this map. Let's see. Need rain. We've been getting a lot of rain here in Florida. We're still getting our typical summertime thunderstorms, but we're getting closer to fall, man. We're already in meteorological fall. That started on the 1st of this month, but like official fall is, I believe, the 21st. Usually on the 21st. 22nd. 22nd. I was close. Very close. So yeah, fall is the 22nd here of September. So we're getting there. We're getting there. We're about 10 days away till fall. Honestly, I'm ready for it. I'm ready for things to cool down a bit. It's been pretty hot this year in Florida. I mean, we've had some really hot days. Lately, it hasn't been as bad. I mean, I've been getting temperatures in the 90s, the lower 90s and stuff like that. It was earlier, August. It was actually July. July, it was upper 90s with 70% humidity. It was pretty bad. We had 80-degree dew points, which was something else. 85-degree dew points I recorded. It was pretty wild. It's pretty brutal sometimes. But yeah, I am ready for things to cool down a bit. And the thing is, though, as we roll into fall, obviously at this point in time, we're at peak hurricane season. We're going to start rolling down the ladder here for hurricane season. But we still got a couple months, so the stuff's not going to end here. The waters are still very much warm and very much capable of producing tropical cyclones for the next several months. But based off of the activity chart for this time of the year, we're at peak right now, and we're starting to go down the ladder. But also, on top of that, too, is the fact that we're going to be rolling into what we call second spring, which is fall, which introduces cooler air back into the country. So like I mentioned, the whole country's been heated up from summertime. And so what's going to end up happening is that cooler air is going to start coming down from the north, and that cooler air is going to interact with the warm air that's already in our atmosphere. It's not as potent as spring, but we can definitely get some severe weather events out of it, in which, yeah, we will likely see a lot of that this year. We'll have to see how that plays out, but just know that second severe weather season is ahead of us. So we'll need to be watching, and of course, before you know it, we'll start tracking snowstorms. I mean, October, I believe, is when they start really kind of popping up here towards the Pacific Northwest and some of those upper elevations. And of course, November, they go a little bit more further to the east and to the south. Then, of course, December, we start getting some of the activity up there towards the Midwest. And of course, January, more further down here towards the plains and the Ohio Valley. Northeast, of course, and so on. But we're still a little ways away from that, so we'll get to it. I really do need to make my winter forecast video. I have not made it yet, which I really need to. I mean, I'm already past due, but I'll work on that soon for you guys. I need to make the graphics. There's a lot of work that goes into those videos. It's crazy, dude. It takes me at least 2 days to make. Because I got to sit there and make every slide. I got to make every graphic. I got to forecast it. I got to actually, really put a lot of thought into it. Current observations, past historical data, just a lot of stuff that involved into it. And I got to analyze all that. I got to make maps that fit that. And then I got to record the video and do many takes on that. I mean, recording a video itself takes a good 4 to 6 hours. A winter forecast video can sometimes take longer. But, anyways. How long do I plan on being live? I'm not sure, man. Just kind of taking it minute by minute. But, yeah. But, like I said, there's a lot that goes into those. But I do really need to get that out because, at this point in time, we are fairly... we fairly much do understand what this winter could look like. And something I can actually do here, Really quickly, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of you guys are who's in here right now. You guys are in for a special treat because I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a preview. Okay, a little bit of a preview of what we could see this year. First of all, I do need to bring up our map here. Here we go. But yeah, let's go ahead and give y'all a little preview here for the season. I know it's very much off topic to the tropics, but you know, we're hanging out here. It's late. Okay, so here's our model predictions. It honestly looks like so December, January, February, that's like the heart of winter here. Our average is right around low La Nina, but more towards neutral conditions. So let me show you what a neutral winter pattern would look like. There's a lot of maps here. So typically what that would do is that would make the north pretty cold. So like I said, it looks like we're going to have a neutral pattern. So this is a very good potential possibility for the season. Really cold in the northeast in the Ohio Valley and the northern plains. More wet down towards the south, more precipitation, more moisture. Subtropical jet goes over Mexico into the southeast. So we get a lot of precipitation in these regions here. A bit more warmer air because of that too. Pacific jet stream, could definitely spark up some decent precipitation up there in the Pacific Northwest, but yeah, a lot cooler. The jet stream bringing down maybe some more cooler air. And the thing is that this pattern would mean maybe a lot of snow for these areas because you got to think your tropical jet bringing all that moisture in with that cooler air coming down. Those two converge. You're getting moisture and cold air. Boom. that's big time snowmakers. So that would be a big issue for like the Northeast, I think, this year. Just want to go ahead and look at that. And then the other option was a La Nina. So it's likely we're going to be in neutral status. If not La Nina, very weak La Nina as of now. Let's see here. Let me pull up the La Nina winter pattern here. If it'll load. Here we go. All right, so typically during a La Nina, which I think we're probably going to be more likely towards neutral. Oh, this is very small. Wow, that is really low resolution, but we'll make it work. So the south is pretty dry typically during that point, which is the opposite of what the neutral condition was expected. Still cooler across the north, so I really do think the north, regardless, is going to be very cold this year. A lot of potential polar vortex activity up there towards the north. A lot more precipitation across the Ohio Valley with that cooler air coming down. There certainly could be some pretty big snowstorms up in the Ohio Valley there too. Meanwhile, maybe a little bit less, more drier, more warmer conditions down in the southeast, which would, kind of limit our snowfall for areas like, the Carolinas and like Tennessee, Mississippi, those regions there would probably kind of not really see a whole lot. The Pacific Northwest would get a lot of precipitation, though, from the main jet stream coming down. So, maybe some more snowfall and stuff like that. So, anyways, but yeah, that's just a little bit of a winter discussion with you guys. That's our first one I've done this year. So, if you guys are watching this right now, you are a lucky few people who got an early look at our winter forecast here. So, yeah, I'm going to need to do like full on more research. That's just based off of simplistic maps there. I need to do a lot more research, like, North Atlantic oscillations, both that Pacific oscillation. There's a lot of things I need to get into. Historical events and, so I'll work on that soon. Is Tornado Alley shifting away from Missouri? People say that it's shifting. I do believe it is. I mean, but it's just nature. I mean, it's never consistent. It's always moving. It's always changing. I don't know, honestly. I don't know what my input is on that, to be honest with you. I just, like I said, nature just changes naturally. Some might say it's shifting, while others may not. I mean, things are changing. I will say that, yes. There is a lot of changes in our weather. The patterns are very, not much in a pattern, if that makes sense. They're very scattered. They're very much all over the place. So, yeah. Let's see here. Ready for fall too? Yeah, no, me as well. I'm definitely ready for fall. I feel like it's been a long summer this year. It's been a long summer. I'm ready for fall time for sure. But anyways, y'all got any questions regarding the system here? I just wanted to kind of go live with you guys for a little bit. Probably not going to be live too much longer. Like I said, this is just kind of a quick little late update here for you guys. I mean, I wanted to go live to talk about the tropics, and we got a little carried away with the winter weather and stuff like that. So, but yeah, if there's generally any questions you guys might have before I roll off here, feel free to let me know. Okay, like I said, we're here for you. That's the main point of this channel, is to help keep you guys weather aware. Try to like I said, try to lower y'all's fear. I know a lot of people are scared of the weather, which I totally understand, and that is you're not alone. That is totally normal. Like I said, I know a lot of people are probably up worried about the storm here, so that's why I wanted to go live for a little bit tonight with you guys to tell you it's okay. The worst of it's done. We still have a lot of rain though. There still is a lot of gusty winds still involved, but a lot of the worst of it is over with. Okay, so keep that in mind. Summer's been mild. I think our summer here's been warmer than usual. For some of it, anyways. For at least the beginning part of summer, it was really hot. The end of summer was more mild here, which has been pretty nice. Meow Mix. What's up, dude? How's Dothan, Alabama? So Dothan, yeah, you guys are actually in that 5% tornado risk today. You're going to have to watch out for some of those bands later on that could bring some tornadic activity. Right now, there's a pretty steep cap in effect, I'm pretty sure, which is, really kind of preventing anything from happening. But, like, later on today, here, let's go ahead and hop over to our future models. We'll pull up the HRRR here for that. Let's see, we'll do the 06 Zulu here. Go ahead and load that up, maybe. If it'll. Maybe not. Yeah, this. Here we go. Yeah, so you can see as we work away later on this evening, you can see a lot of those cells popping up. As that the cap breaks. Right now it's just a bunch of normal precipitation, but once the sun comes out, that heats up the surface, those storms will start popping up over in these regions here. So, but yeah, no, certainly you should be watching out for that. Let's see, we're gonna hop over here to these areas. So yeah, you're gonna see a good maybe 1 or 2 inches locally higher amounts possible. But certainly keep an eye on that tornado threat. We'll probably try to go live later on. I'm only scared of it when it tries to take me out. I love a rainy day. Yeah, me too. Me too. Let's see. Is Gulf Shore / Foley, Alabama in the clear on the beach west of Pensacola? Gotcha. Oh yeah, over here. So yeah, you do have a little bit of a tornado threat today. The odds of you getting a tornado is extremely low, so try not to let that worry you. I think you're good. And yeah, I think a lot of the worst of it's done for you for that area. I mean, we are still seeing a little bit of surges out there. The surge map. This is not the updated one. This is the updated surge map here. Yeah, we are still seeing, maybe 2 to 4 foot. Obviously, I don't know. I don't think you're on the coast there. You're kind of, you're near the coast, but not quite on it. I don't know that for sure, but if you're on the coast, we could still see about like 2 to 4 foot of storm surge out there. So that could still be a thing. Rainfall forecast, maybe 2 to 4 inches of rain. This was as of 1 a.m. Central Time, so this would have been like 2 a.m. my time. So this is about like 3 hours old. So minus what you got in the last 3 hours precipitation. But yeah, no, a lot of the worst of this event is mostly over with. But all right, everybody. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and roll off here. Once again, thank you all for joining. Just wanted to, quickly go live with you guys for a little bit. If you guys did enjoy it, consider leaving a like, hitting that subscribe button. Be greatly appreciated. We'll be live later on today for some more updates. But alrighty, guys, thanks for joining. Catch y'all later on. And like I said, be careful out there. Be safe. And we will see y'all in the next one. But, hold on a minute. Is Fitzgerald, Georgia in the risk? Hold on a minute. So western Georgia, we have a threat towards, just west of Atlanta. This little green area, just a little bit of sliver of a tornado threat. Am I going live again today? Yeah, likely later on today. But all right, guys. All right, y'all. Heading off here for real now. See you later, guys. You guys take care. Be safe out there. We'll see y'all in the next one. See you later, guys. Catch y'all later on. Peace out.